This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello, welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Jacqueline has the night off. Our top story this evening, the arrest of a Riverview High School student accused of carrying a gun on a school bus. The incident prompted a lockdown of 6 Sarasota County schools. The 17-year-old accused of carrying the weapon is a convicted felon. The fact that he was allowed on a bus is raising some questions about the school district's policy on students with felony convictions. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from Riverview High School this afternoon with more on the story. Rick?
Yes, Scott, hi there. This has certainly raised some awareness. The school district says they do have their policies in place. It's an incident that had many students, parents, and faculty of the Sarasota County School District on edge, forcing the lockdown of at least 5 schools. 17-year-old Anthony Duncan was arrested Thursday on weapons charges after he displayed a handgun to students on a school bus heading to Riverview High School. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says Duncan is a convicted felon. It's not known what he was convicted of prior to this arrest. Caroline Zucker, chair of the school board, says the policy does allow students with felonies at school, but it is different from case to case.
What our policy says, it's up to the discretion of the principal. So the principal feels that he's not in a danger to the other students and to the learning environment, then it's okay.
Fellow school board member and Vice Chair Bridget Ziegler is a parent of young children. She says safety and security of the students and the staff is the highest priority for the school district. They work closely with law enforcement and the Department of Juvenile Justice, especially for students who have had a troubled past.
There's a state statute, so from a state standpoint, we have to follow under the protocol, and then there is certainly some jurisdiction as the school districts work. So the most important part, I think, is in any element is really looking at the individual child and not generalizing.
The board members we talked with say the names of the students who have felonies are not disclosed to the parents or other students to protect their identity. It's not known what action the school district will be taking next with Anthony Duncan. We're being told Duncan went to juvenile court on Friday morning and is being held for 21 days. And this is expected to be talked about at the school board's next meeting on November 7th. Reporting live from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Scott, back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. A troubling discovery for police investigating a crimes against children case just north of the Suncoast in Dunedin. Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies initially went to the house to conduct a child porn raid. Instead, they uncovered a huge arsenal of weapons: 10 rifles, 8 handguns, 2 shotguns, 3 explosive devices, 15 knives, baseball bat with nails, even a crossbow. They also found maps of 2 schools and a water treatment plant. Deputies say 24-year-old Randall Drake was never on their radar.
Randall appears to be, as we would refer to, as a sleeper. We have no criminal intelligence information on him. He has no criminal history, no background.
Detectives say they also found notes on how to build bombs and a handwritten note that says, quote, "I shall have my bloody revenge and then the world will burn." Drake posted bond overnight, but deputies say he's too dangerous to be released. He's been taken into protective custody for a mental health evaluation where he can be held without a court order for up to 72 hours. A follow-up now on a shooting that broke out in Gainesville after a white nationalist gave a speech at the University of Florida. Police say 3 men were arrested after a shot was fired at a group of people following Spencer's appearance at UF yesterday. Tyler Tenbrink, William Fears, and Colton Fears, all from Texas, were arrested on attempted murder charges. Police say the 3 were in a vehicle and started making Nazi salutes and shouting Hitler chants at a group of people at a bus stop. Police say Tenbrink showed a handgun and then fired a single shot. He missed the group but hit a nearby building. Police say 2 of the 3 have connections to extremist groups. And remember, you can stay up to date on the latest breaking news instantly, like that University of Florida situation, with the ABC7 News app. If you're an iPhone or iPad user and currently have our news app, you'll need to go to the App Store now and search for WWSB or My Suncoast and then download the new version. If you're an Android user, you'll get the new version automatically. Let's get a check now on our Friday evening weather with meteorologist Josh Stone, who is in for Bob tonight. Josh?
All right, Scott, a really nice day actually for our Friday and for our Friday night. Much of the same, however, we do have to experience these breezy conditions coming in from the northeast and the east. If you are traveling south on I-75, you may run into a few showers, but looks like these are starting to wind down here in Charlotte County. Maybe a few stray showers here moving into Sarasota County, but I think there's going to be no issues getting in the Friday night football game. 73 degrees will be our low tonight. Expect partly cloudy skies. Once again, breezy conditions could maybe affect some of those field goal tries for this evening. Easterly, northeasterly winds will be breezy, though, maybe cranking up to around 20 miles per hour. Could there be some activity in the tropics? I'll leave you hanging there. We'll talk about it in the main weather just a few minutes from now. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Josh, thank you. It will probably take some time before the state of Florida recovers financially from Hurricane Irma. The Labor Department says Florida lost 127,000 jobs last month. Most of those job losses were in hotels, restaurants, and stores after Irma impacted most of the state. But the jobs were mostly temporary, and hiring should bounce back over the next couple of months. The U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico were unable to collect job information last month because of the devastation from Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Some home and business owners on the Suncoast will have to wait weeks before their debris piles from Irma are entirely picked up, but the city of Sarasota is reminding business owners that they are responsible for removing their tree branches and limbs. City officials say business owners need to contact their insurance provider about storm debris removal or contact FEMA for assistance. FEMA will only reimburse the city of Sarasota for costs that are associated with residential storm debris collection. Back to Puerto Rico now, where 80% are still without power, but one local organization is working to help farmers on the island get back on their feet. The Puerto Rican Chamber of Commerce of Florida is holding a community fundraiser to help farmers who are struggling. They're hoping to raise $1 million.
We have done this for 12 years, helping the small farms in Puerto Rico to export to Florida. And so this time they're completely devastated. They not just lost their business, but also their equipment.
The Puerto Rican Chamber of Commerce in Florida is hosting a fundraiser marathon on November 19th, which is the 524th anniversary of the discovery of Puerto Rico. 100% of the proceeds will go directly to the farmers there. The Chamber will deliver those checks on January 6th. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, more problems for the Florida nursing home where 14 people died after Hurricane Irma. Why one family is outraged over a billing error. And we'll get back to meteorologist Josh Stone with the latest on our weekend forecast. Plus, a shot for opioid addiction, the possible new treatment option coming up in Health Smart.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less. cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
one.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Well, we're in the home stretch of the high school football regular season, which means the playoff picture is growing a little clear. A few teams have clinched spots by winning their districts, which is now the only way to guarantee a postseason berth under the new playoff rules. ABC7's Adam Cellini is in Wauchula tonight for our game of the week. It's a crucial district matchup between Hardy High School and the Southeast Seminoles from Bradenton. Take it away, Adam.
Yeah, Scott, we are way out east here at Hardy High School, a big district matchup, as you mentioned. And a lot of the reason we're here for our game of the week this week is because of what happened last year between these two teams. To say there's ill will would be putting it lightly. Hardy went to Bradenton to face Southeast last year and clinched the district championship on their home field, and then proceeded to walk over to the scoreboard and start clanging helmets on the scoreboard. Why do we know that? Because we talked to some of the Southeast players who returned this year, and they certainly haven't forgotten. And now Southeast High School finds himself in a position to do something very similar with this game tonight. Now the Seminoles are off to the best start since 2004 for the program. They are 5-0 and 3-0 in the district so far this season. Seniors Alex Taylor and Latrell Peavy have been dynamic for this offense, and the defense, led by Cameron Green, 6 sacks, are giving up just an average of 11 points per game. Now, Hardy High School was on a tear as well, dominating district opponents until last week when they were stunned on the road by the Bayshore Bruins over in Bradenton. It was their first district loss since 2015, and it was Bayshore's first win in nearly as long. But Southeast head coach Rashad West says he doesn't think that's an advantage. In fact, he thinks he's getting ready for Hardy's best punch after such an embarrassing road loss.
Just be prepared. I mean, they took one on the chin last week, so we know we're going to walk into a hostile environment. So we've just got to be able to match their focus and their intensity. But we haven't treated any different, man. We think we prepare well each week. So we've followed and stuck to our plan and our guns, and we continue to do the stuff we've been doing.
Now, you probably can't tell by the school sign out here, but it is homecoming week as well for Hardy, which means a win would be twice as sweet and a loss could be twice as demoralizing out here, and that's exactly what the Seminoles would like to do while they're out here. Another homecoming game tonight, Out of Door Academy playing their last regular season game before a playoff berth that they were able to clinch earlier this season. We'll have highlights from that game. Also, Cardinal Mooney's going up 4 classes for a much-needed playoff point game if they can pull out the win against Winter Haven High School. Also, Bayshore trying to put together a win streak for just as long as their last win that we mentioned earlier. We'll have all these highlights coming up later tonight at 11 o'clock, so we'll see you then. But for now, live in Hardy County, I'm Adam Cellini, and Scott, back to you.
And Adam, I think this is the first time the game of the week has gone to Hardy High School. I don't think it's happened before.
Yeah, I don't have much commentary for that other than it's good football. We wanted to be here for it, and just a fun matchup that we're looking forward to.
Well, I know the folks out there appreciate that you're there, and we look forward to all the highlights coming up tonight at 11:15. Thank you so much, Adam. And it looks like we got really great weather. Josh is in for Bob tonight. You were mentioning maybe the wind might affect the field goals a little bit, or the passing game.
Possible. But that adds to the excitement of the game, too.
But it's been such a hard season for the high school programs because so often we had, thunderstorms and lightning, and it just shut everything down for a long time, not to mention a hurricane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But tonight, everything looks pretty quiet, other than a few stray showers to our south. Let's check out this wonderful Casey Key Cam, our tower cam down to the south, and boy, it was a perfect day to check out the beach. Did have a little bit of a breeze, and maybe not the best boating day because the seas were a little choppy there, but still a beautiful day, no doubt about that. As far as our satellite radar goes, well, here's the activity. That's to our south here, streaming through Charlotte County. A little wet down there in some spots, but these are, for the most part, pretty isolated, and I think there's going to be no issues with getting our football games in for this Friday evening. Right now, it's 85 here in Sarasota, 79 in Northport, 79 in Arcadia, and 82 out in Lake Placid at this hour. So the headlines go like this. We have breezy conditions tonight, sunny and breezy for our Saturday, and then things start to change, and they really change by the middle of next week with a system coming in to bring us rain, and that's going to be widespread rain. And then behind the system, well, it's the time of the year where we start to get that cooler air that filter in behind those cold fronts and stay around for a while. But actually, that's going to feel quite refreshing. So right now, just a few showers down here in South Florida. If you're traveling down I-75, could run into some wet weather. As far as the winds go, sustained winds here out at Anna Maria Island at 16 miles per hour. And anywhere around the Suncoast, really sustained winds about 13 to 15 miles per hour with higher wind gusts, maybe up to 18 or so. So as far as this evening goes, the showers die down, whatever showers there are. And then for tomorrow, expect mostly sunny conditions for our Saturday. A little bit breezy, though, but the breeze will start to taper off in the afternoon and early evening hours. And then for our Sunday, look what happens. A little more shower activity comes our way up from the southeast. And that's kind of setting the stage for widespread shower activity come our way as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. The culprit here is this next system coming in the northwest, and boy, the conditions over here are pretty cool. 51 in Seattle right now, while it's 76 in Denver. So you can see the temperature contrast, and this will slowly come down to the southeast. And that's the front that's going to bring us the cooler air coming into the area. The tropics are actually pretty quiet. There's really nothing to show you here. However, the models do depict something in the Western Caribbean shooting up into the Gulf of Mexico. So by late next week, it could be coming towards Florida. But the upper level winds look to be rather strong, and doesn't look like it's going to be a major system by any means or anything like that. But it still could bring us some wet weather and some gusty winds. All right, I'm going to take you right to the 7-day outlook and show you that first half of our weekend looks pretty nice, high of 88. Breezy conditions, though. As we get into Sunday, though, things start to deteriorate in the afternoon with some showers and some breezy conditions start to pick up again. Monday, widespread shower activity, and then behind the cold front, looks like we are going to feel a little bit cooler, especially with our high only topping out in the low to mid 70s on Wednesday. But for some people, that may be very, very nice, and people may embrace that. Lows could actually fall in some areas into the 50s on Wednesday night, but we'll rebound back to the lower 80s by next Friday. Scott?
Can't wait for that. All right, Josh, thank you. Now to First Alert traffic. Right now, we're seeing traffic backed up on Interstate 75, the northbound lanes as you approach the University Parkway exit. After you get past University, it does clear up after that. In health news tonight, a once-a-month shot for opioid addiction may work as well as daily medication. That's according to a new Norwegian study. Researchers compared Vivitrol, which is administered as a monthly shot, with a combination drug treatment sold under the brand name Suboxone. Suboxone or methadone have been the standard medical treatment for people with an opioid use disorder. The researchers found the two treatments were similar in terms of safety in helping opioid-dependent people refrain from drug use during a 3-month period. Have the sniffles, or maybe you know someone who does? It may be time to give your immune system a tune-up. so it's ready to do its job in protecting you against germs. Reed Binion explains what you can do to help your body's defense system.
Our immune system is responsible for protecting us against disease. When you think of the immune system, think of a business for your body, a set of connected parts that work together to get the job done. In order to make sure the job is done well, your body needs balance and harmony. But sometimes a germ slips by our defense system, making us sick. And it's that time of year when the weather changes that people begin getting sniffles and head colds, and we see flu shot ads everywhere. So here are some things you can do to keep your immune system strong and healthy. Harvard's medical school suggests not smoking, and if you drink, consume in moderation. Make sure your diet includes lots of fruits and vegetables. And if you're not a fan of those, they suggest taking a daily multivitamin and mineral supplement so that your body is getting the micronutrients it needs. Exercise regularly to maintain a healthy weight and get plenty of sleep. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
Coming up, a trip home from school quickly becomes frightening. What caused this bus to go up in flames with kids on board? Plus, deputies risking their lives in California. We'll show you the video that shows what it's like on the front lines.
The Alfa Romeo Stelvio takes the modern compact luxury crossover and injects it with personality.
Every crossover should be this good to drive.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Celebrate the end of summer with big savings during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
I heard about the Dottoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dottoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
I went in skeptical and came away impressed.
Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds, a segment best.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
A school bus quickly turns into an inferno. The bus driver was taking high school students home in Charlotte, North Carolina when it suddenly burst into flames. Deshaun Brown shows us how that fire ignited.
Yo! You can barely see the school bus through all the flames. Within minutes, the driver and 16 students from South Mecklenburg High School all rushed to safety after the bus started to smoke, then burst into flames.
And then that's when the front just exploded.
Tamani Rushing was on the bus and says it broke down just minutes before. But the driver got the bus to restart, kept going, only it wasn't long until they ended up here.
Well, it actually looked like it was about to explode. We didn't know.
From Chopper 9 Sky Zoom, you can see just how bad this could have been. The yellow school bus, now pale with ash and char, and the front completely gutted. Tonight, parents who witnessed the aftermath wondered how this happened
kind of scared me a little bit.
And why. So we took the same question to the state's inspection agency, and in an email, a spokesman responded, a consultant has already been scheduled to further inspect this bus and should be here Monday.
Even if they have to get new buses, that's something they should be thinking about.
I'm still pretty in shock, but like I said, I'm just glad everybody got off safely.
Investigators say the accidental fire started in the engine bay. Well, the spate of wildfires that ravaged Northern California this month were the deadliest in the state's history. 42 people were killed, more than 5,700 buildings destroyed. During the firefights, many officers risked their lives.
Sonoma County Sheriff's Office, mandatory evacuation order. Leave your homes. Help, right here! Come on! Screw your shoe! Come on, she's disabled. All right, let me get her feet.
Wow. Sergeant Brandon Cutting, a 13-year veteran of the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department, is sharing what it was like working on night one of those fires. He says he quickly realized he had driven too far into the fires, but he kept going. Cutting and his fellow deputies, some who knew their own homes were already gone, never stopped. They worked together to help residents evacuate and direct traffic to get drivers out of harm's way. Now, the hardest part is putting that community back together. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a way around the beach traffic when a new ferry service with stops in Sarasota and Bradenton should be up and running. And good news for Suncoast fishermen, the Venice Fishing Pier is almost ready to reopen, but only for certain hours. We'll tell you why coming up.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On Group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On Group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.